Have you ever walked into your bathroom late at night, the light flickers on, the tiles shine, and everything looks perfectly normal? You wash your hands, glance at the mirror, maybe straighten your towel, and you leave without a second thought. But what if I told you that this very space, this calm, familiar room you've walked into thousands of times, might be hiding dangers so silent, so invisible, that they can change your life in a single moment? It sounds strange, doesn't it? After all, your bathroom is supposed to be safe. It's private. It's clean. It's where you start your mornings and end your nights. But here's the truth most people don't realize until it's too late. Many of the most serious health risks for older adults don't come from outside the home, they start right here, behind your own bathroom door. Now, I'm not just talking about the obvious risks, like a wet floor or a slippery tub. I'm talking about the quiet dangers. The ones that don't make a sound. The ones that slowly creep in, unnoticed, unspoken, and one day, you or someone you love pays the price. Maybe it's a simple fall that changes how you walk forever. Maybe it's a smell you didn't think much of that's been harming your lungs. Maybe it's something so ordinary, like a favorite cleaner, or a plug near the sink, that's quietly waiting for the perfect storm. It's hard to imagine, isn't it? Because for so many of us, the bathroom is a place of routine, not risk. But for seniors, for those who've lived decades of beautiful, meaningful life, it can quietly become one of the most dangerous rooms in the entire home. And the saddest part? Most of these dangers are completely preventable. Every year, thousands of older adults end up in hospitals due to injuries or illnesses that began with something small, a slip, a chemical, a bit of mold, or a spark. And yet, families rarely see it coming. They think, oh, mom just lost her balance, or dad's just feeling weak lately. But behind those moments, there's often a silent trigger hiding right in your bathroom. That's why this video matters so much. Because once you understand what's really happening in that room, you'll never look at your bathroom the same way again. You'll notice things others overlook. You'll protect yourself and your loved ones in ways that can make all the difference. So today, we're diving deep into the 5 deadly and silent dangers in your bathroom, the ones you never imagined could be harming you. Some of them might shock you. Some might even sound unbelievable. But by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look out for, and how a few simple changes can save you from serious harm. And trust me, number 5? That one might just be the biggest surprise of all. Before we begin, I want to know something from you. Comment down below and say, I'm here, if you're ready to make your home safer and healthier. And while you're at it, don't forget to subscribe to Elderly Wisdom Guide, where every day we share life-saving insights and gentle reminders to help seniors and families live stronger, safer, and happier lives. Picture this. It's a quiet morning. The sun is peeking through the blinds. You wake up feeling good, maybe a little stiff, but ready to start your day. You walk toward the bathroom, humming an old tune, maybe thinking about breakfast or your favorite cup of tea. The tiles are cool under your feet. You turn on the shower, let the steam fill the air, and step in. It feels peaceful, familiar. You've done this every morning for years. But then, it happens. Not a big fall. Just a small slip. Your foot slides an inch, maybe 2. You catch yourself, just barely, but your heart races. That moment of panic stays with you. And for many, that small slip doesn't end with a recovery, it ends with a fracture, a hospital stay, and months of painful rehabilitation. That's exactly what happened to Mr. Johnson, a 78-year-old retiree who thought his bathroom was perfectly safe. He took one step out of the shower, and his foot hit a thin layer of soapy residue he didn't even notice. In a second, he was on the floor, in pain, scared, and alone. That single slip changed his life. He broke his hip, and though the bone healed, the fear never left him. From that day on, every trip to the bathroom felt like a risk. You see, bathrooms are naturally humid spaces. Moisture builds up faster than we realize, on tiles, on the floor, even on the walls. And when you mix humidity with smooth surfaces, you've got a silent trap waiting for its moment. Here's the thing most people don't know: even when your bathroom looks clean and dry, there can be an invisible film of water, soap residue, or conditioner oils coating the floor. It's practically invisible, but the moment your foot touches it, it's like stepping on ice. And as we age, our bodies don't react the same way they used to. Our reflexes slow down, our muscles aren't as quick to catch us, and our balance isn't as steady. What used to be a quick recovery from a stumble can now turn into a fall that leaves lasting damage. Many seniors believe that simply placing a bath mat near the shower solves the problem. It feels like the right thing to do, it's what most people do, after all. But here's the painful truth: many of those mats are part of the danger. Some don't grip well to the tile. Some gather moisture underneath, becoming slippery themselves. And others curl at the edges, waiting for your foot to catch them at the wrong moment. I've spoken to families who thought their loved one was just clumsy, not realizing the environment itself was working against them. The floor was too smooth. The mat was too thin. The lighting was too dim. It's not about carelessness, it's about small details that add up to big consequences. So, what can you do to protect yourself or someone you love? Start with the simplest fix: make that floor truly non-slip. Use adhesive strips or textured tiles that grip underfoot, even when wet. Install a sturdy grab bar beside the tub or shower, not the kind that looks decorative, but one that can truly hold your weight if you lose balance. If standing for long showers feels tiring, consider a stable shower chair. It's not a sign of weakness, it's a tool of independence. It allows you to bathe safely without worrying about fatigue or dizziness. And remember, it's not just about preventing falls, it's about restoring confidence. Because once a person falls, even if they heal, that fear often lingers. They start avoiding showers, limiting movement, and slowly withdrawing from daily routines. That loss of confidence can do just as much harm as the injury itself. Take a moment tonight, walk into your bathroom and really look. Run your hand along the tiles. Step carefully and feel where the surface might be slicker than you thought. Ask yourself, would I feel safe if my balance slipped just a little? If the answer is no, it's time to make that change. It's not about being cautious, it's about being smart. Because safety doesn't start in hospitals or clinics. It starts right here, in the everyday spaces we often overlook. And slippery floors aren't the only silent threat waiting for attention. Some dangers don't make you fall, they don't break bones or cause bruises. They move quietly through the air you breathe. And over time, they make you sick without you ever realizing why. Imagine this. Mrs. Clark, a kind and meticulous woman in her early 80s, lives alone in the home she's cherished for over 40 years. Every Saturday morning, she follows her usual routine. She grabs her favorite cleaning products, the ones she's trusted since her younger days, and gets to work. She pours a bit of bleach into her bucket, adds some of her extra-strength bathroom cleaner, and lets the mixture bubble. To her, that strong, stinging smell means the bathroom is really getting clean. It feels satisfying, responsible. She's keeping her home spotless, just as she always has. But what Mrs. Clark doesn't realize is that this simple act, mixing two ordinary cleaners, has turned her bathroom into a toxic chamber. The steam she breathes in isn't freshness. It's poison. And over time, those invisible fumes are doing more harm than she could ever imagine. When certain chemicals, like bleach and ammonia, combine, they create chloramine gas, a dangerous toxin that irritates the lungs and airways. Even in small amounts, it can trigger coughing, dizziness, and shortness of breath. But in a small, enclosed bathroom with little ventilation, it can be deadly. For seniors, whose lungs may already be fragile or who live with conditions like asthma, COPD, or heart issues, the effects are even more severe. Every breath brings in toxins that quietly inflame the body. It's not an instant collapse. It's a slow weakening, a tight chest here, a dizzy spell there, fatigue that no one can quite explain. And here's the heartbreaking part, most people think they're doing the right thing. They believe that a stronger cleaner means a deeper clean. That the harsher the smell, the safer the home. But in truth, that powerful smell is often a red flag, telling you that you're breathing in something your body should never have to handle. I've heard too many stories like Mrs. Clark's. Stories of kind-hearted seniors who just wanted to keep their homes tidy, who ended up in hospitals with chemical burns in their lungs, confusion from exposure, or long-term respiratory issues that could have been prevented with one simple change. So, here's what you can do, without losing that feeling of cleanliness and pride. Switch to safer, non-toxic cleaners. A simple mix of vinegar and baking soda can do wonders for your tiles, your sink, even your toilet. It may not have that chemical clean smell, but it's far safer and just as effective. And whenever you clean, no matter what product you use, keep a window open. Turn on the exhaust fan. Let fresh air circulate through the room. And never, ever mix cleaning products unless the label clearly says it's safe. Because cleaning your home should never mean poisoning your air. But while these toxic fumes quietly fill the room, there's another danger you rarely see, one that doesn't come from the chemicals you spray, but from something far smaller, and much closer than you think. Now, imagine this. You flush your toilet, step back, and wash your hands. Everything looks perfectly clean, right? But what if I told you that every single flush launches an invisible cloud, tiny droplets carrying bacteria and particles, that spread across your bathroom in just seconds? It's not something you can see, but it happens every time. Those microscopic droplets settle quietly, on your toothbrush, your towels, even your face if you're standing nearby. For a younger person, it might just mean a mild cold or an upset stomach. But for seniors, whose immune systems aren't as strong as they once were, those invisible germs can cause serious infections. Think about it. The bathroom is warm, humid, and filled with moisture, exactly the kind of environment bacteria love. Even if you clean regularly, bacteria can thrive in the smallest corners, around faucet handles, under toilet rims, on shower curtains, and especially in toothbrush holders where water collects and lingers. And yet, because the surfaces look clean, most people assume everything's fine. We're used to judging cleanliness by what we see. But bacteria don't need dirt to survive, they only need moisture, warmth, and time. As we get older, our defenses weaken. The same bacteria that a younger person's body can fight off might cause infections in the elderly, urinary infections, respiratory issues, even stomach problems. And sometimes, those illnesses start in the very room we associate with hygiene. Here's a small but powerful truth. The way we handle our bathrooms makes a huge difference. Do you close the toilet lid before flushing? It might sound trivial, but it's one of the simplest ways to protect yourself. Closing the lid blocks that microscopic spray of germs from traveling across your bathroom. Keep your toothbrush covered, and replace it regularly. Wash or change your towels often, every few days, not every few weeks. And once a week, give your bathroom a light but thorough cleaning with gentle disinfectants. You don't need harsh chemicals to stay safe, consistency is far more powerful than intensity. And if you can, keep the air moving. A small open window or an exhaust fan can make a world of difference in reducing moisture and bacterial growth. These aren't just chores, they're small acts of self-care. Because a clean, safe bathroom doesn't just protect your body, it gives you peace of mind. It lets you move freely, live confidently, and know that your home is truly your sanctuary. But while bacteria and chemicals are enemies you can fight with awareness and simple changes, the next danger is far more deceptive. Ms. Evelyn was one of those people who loved her morning routine. Every day, she'd plug in her small heater beside the sink to warm up the bathroom while she brushed her teeth. It made her feel cozy, safe, and comfortable, until one cold morning, a single splash of water landed on the cord. Within seconds, sparks flew. The lights flickered. The heater caught fire. She managed to escape, trembling, as the smoke filled the room. And though she was physically unharmed, she never looked at her bathroom the same way again. The truth is, bathrooms mix two elements that should never meet: water and electricity. Together, they form one of the most dangerous combinations in the home. As houses age, so do their wires, outlets, and connections. Moisture from showers seeps into outlets over time, corroding the metal and weakening insulation. What once was safe decades ago may now be a silent hazard, waiting for the smallest mistake to unleash something deadly. Older homes, especially those built before modern safety codes, often lack ground fault circuit interrupters outlets. These special outlets are designed to cut power instantly when water or moisture causes a short circuit. Without them, even a minor splash can become life-threatening. And for seniors, who may have slower reaction times or reduced mobility, those few seconds can mean the difference between escape and tragedy. Many people think, "It's fine, it's always worked." Or they assume that because an appliance is small, it's safe. But a curling iron, a hairdryer, or a tiny space heater can all pose enormous risks when moisture is involved. Even extension cords, often used to make things easier, can turn into ticking time bombs if placed too close to a sink or bathtub. And then there's another silent mistake: leaving devices plugged in. Many seniors keep electric razors, toothbrush chargers, or heating pads plugged in all day, forgetting that over time, moisture can build up and create unseen corrosion inside the outlet. It doesn't have to happen suddenly. Sometimes, it's the quiet damage that sets the stage for disaster. So what can you do? Start simple. If your bathroom doesn't have ground fault circuit interrupters outlets, have an electrician install them. They're one of the easiest and most effective ways to prevent electrocution. Unplug any electrical device immediately after use, don't just turn it off. Keep all cords and outlets as far away from water sources as possible. And never, ever run an extension cord into a bathroom. It's simply not worth the risk. If your home is older, ask a professional to inspect your wiring. They can spot warning signs of aging cables, weak insulation, and overloaded circuits long before they cause harm. And for those who want extra safety, consider battery-powered grooming tools or devices designed specifically for wet areas. They reduce electrical risk completely. These small precautions might seem like a hassle, but they could one day save your life, or the life of someone you love. Because while electricity makes life easier, it demands respect. And when combined with age, moisture, and time, it becomes a danger that doesn't always give you a second chance. And when we step back to look at everything we've uncovered, from slippery tiles to toxic fumes, from hidden bacteria to invisible mold, and now to the threat of electricity, we begin to realize something deeper. Our bathrooms, the places we trust the most, have been quietly evolving into zones that test our awareness and preparedness. Each danger on its own might seem small, but together, they tell a story of how fragile safety can become when we stop paying attention. Because in the end, the most dangerous place isn't the one filled with hazards, it's the one we assume is harmless. Mr. and Mrs. Parker had been married for 53 years. Every morning, they shared the same gentle routine: coffee, a crossword, and a slow walk around the garden. But lately, something began to change. They both started waking up tired. Their heads felt heavy. Breathing became a struggle, especially for Mr. Parker, who had mild asthma. Their doctor blamed aging, maybe a little stress. But the symptoms didn't go away, they got worse. One afternoon, while fixing a dripping faucet in the bathroom, their son peeled back a bit of wallpaper near the sink, and froze. Behind it was a dark patch of black mold that had been growing silently for months. The air they thought was safe had been slowly poisoning them. Mold thrives in moist, enclosed environments, and the bathroom is its perfect home. Every shower, every bath, releases steam that clings to walls, ceilings, and tiles. Without proper ventilation, that moisture seeps into cracks and corners, where mold spores begin to grow. For younger adults, mold exposure might mean mild allergies or a stuffy nose. But for older adults, it can be far more dangerous. Breathing in these spores can cause fatigue, chronic coughing, dizziness, headaches, and even memory issues. In people with weakened immune systems, it can trigger infections deep in the lungs. And the worst part? You often don't see it. Mold can grow behind tile grout, under vinyl flooring, or inside wall cavities, places no one checks until it's too late. Many homeowners believe mold only grows when you can see black spots or smell something musty. But mold doesn't always announce itself. Sometimes, it hides completely, spreading quietly in the damp air you breathe every day. Another common mistake is thinking that wiping it away with bleach solves the problem. In reality, bleach only treats the surface. The roots of the mold remain inside walls and grout, ready to grow back within days. And for seniors who already struggle with respiratory issues, using harsh chemicals can make things even worse. The best defense is prevention. Make sure your bathroom has a strong exhaust fan, and run it for at least 15 minutes after every shower. If you don't have one, simply open a window or leave the door slightly ajar to let steam escape. Fix leaks immediately. Even a small drip under the sink or behind the toilet can feed mold for months. Keep an eye on corners, baseboards, and around the tub for discoloration or soft spots. And if you ever suspect mold is hiding behind walls, don't try to remove it yourself. Hire a professional who can inspect and treat it safely. If moisture lingers, consider using a small dehumidifier or moisture absorber. And remember, good air circulation isn't just about comfort, it's about survival for your lungs. Mold is invisible, silent, and patient. It doesn't shout or crash. It waits. It grows quietly in the air we breathe, in the walls we trust, until one day it makes us sick. And that's what makes it so dangerous, not because it's fast, but because it's unseen. It's not easy, is it? To realize that the very place that once brought comfort, calm, and privacy can quietly turn against you. The bathroom, the one room in your home that should be safe and personal, can become a battlefield for balance, breath, and well-being. And for many older adults, it's not just about physical safety, it's about the emotional weight of losing confidence in a space that's always been familiar. You might remember the first time you or someone you love slipped, or felt dizzy in the shower, or caught a cough that just wouldn't go away. It's frightening. It shakes your sense of independence. And for family members watching it happen, it's heartbreaking. There's this quiet ache in realizing how something so small, something you never even thought twice about, can change everything. But here's where the story changes. Awareness is not fear, it's freedom. When you recognize the silent dangers, you reclaim your control. You start turning every small adjustment into an act of protection, an act of love. And that love doesn't just keep you safe, it restores your confidence. It brings back your peace of mind. See, the goal isn't to make you afraid of your bathroom. The goal is to help you trust it again. To walk in knowing that every corner, every surface, every outlet has been cared for. It's about transforming that space back into what it was always meant to be, a place of comfort, not caution. So, after this video, I want you to do something simple. Take 10 quiet minutes. Walk into your bathroom. Look around slowly, not with fear, but with fresh eyes. Is the floor slippery? Are your cleaning bottles labeled safely? Is your exhaust fan working? Is that outlet near the sink protected? These small checks may seem like nothing, but they could save your life, or someone else's. And if you find something that needs fixing, don't wait. Don't think, I'll do it later. Do it now. Because safety isn't about restriction, it's about freedom. The freedom to live your later years without the shadow of worry. The freedom to stand tall, to move confidently, to breathe easy, knowing you've taken steps that protect your independence. You have more power than you realize. Every grab bar installed, every non-slip strip placed, every safer cleaner you switch to, it all adds up. It's not about how old you are. It's about how aware you are. Because awareness is strength. Awareness is love. And awareness saves lives. So, take this knowledge not as a warning, but as a gift. Because the truth is, you don't have to be afraid of getting older, you just have to be ready. Ready to protect, ready to adapt, and ready to keep living fully and safely in the home you love. To recap, the 5 deadly but silent dangers hiding in your bathroom are: slippery floors, toxic cleaning chemicals, bacterial buildup, hidden mold, and electrical hazards. Each one may look small, even harmless, but together, they shape the safety of your home, your health, and your peace of mind. And now, I want to hear from you. Which of these dangers surprised you the most? Or maybe you've faced one personally, a slip, a fall, a strange illness you later discovered came from your environment. Share your experience in the comments. You never know, your story might save someone else's life. If you found this video helpful or eye-opening, please give it a thumbs up, it helps this message reach more families who need it. And don't forget to subscribe to Elderly Wisdom Guide, where every day we share heartfelt lessons, health insights, and safety tips designed especially for seniors, caregivers, and the families who love them. Because here, we believe that growing older doesn't mean growing weaker, it means growing wiser. And wisdom is the greatest form of protection you'll ever have. Thank you for spending this time with me today. Remember, wisdom grows when it's shared. So share this video with someone you care about. Stay safe, stay informed, and may every corner of your home bring you peace, not fear. Until next time, this is Elderly Wisdom Guide, reminding you that life is precious, awareness is power, and every step toward safety is a step toward freedom. Take care of yourself, and take care of the ones who matter most.